Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Star Citizen. So, as always, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me for a new Star Citizen video. And here is the last Explorer's log for this expedition. So, this has been Spectre checking in for the last time for the Explorer's log in the Anvil Carrack, the expedition to Hurston. So, guys, this is the last Explorer's log. Yes, we've come to the end of the Explorer's log. We've come to the end of our exploration expedition to, to investigate the strange occurrences in and around Hurston. And yeah, so just yesterday when I pretty much spent an entire day here on the surface of Hurston, about 75 kilometers from Lorville. So Lorville is that way. Lorville is that way, 75 kilometers, and I pretty much spent 24 hours, in-game hours here, yeah, on the ground. So if we just do a small recap, so in the previous video, in the previous Explorer's Log, you guys saw what the blue orb was in space. So the blue orb in space, it's safe to say that it was an NPC ship. It was a Hurston Security Gladius. So what about the blue orbs on the ground or in atmosphere that we saw on the day before, the day prior to that one? So what I did was yesterday was I was pretty much hanging around just on the edge of the atmosphere around 100 kilometers up in the sky above Hurston, and this happened. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Hurston Security can fly in atmosphere. This is something that I didn't know. So this is again, this is not the PTU. This is the 315.1 live server. So I had no idea that NPC ships could fly. NPC ships could fly in atmosphere, and as you guys can see, you saw that was Hurston Security. That was Hurston Security scanning my ship in atmosphere. We were at 96 kilometers above the surface of Hurston, and it just spawned in right next to our ship and scanned our ship and then flew back out into space. So we can safely say that the blue orb that we saw in atmosphere or around here on Hurston was again another Hurston Security NPC Gladius. So yeah, it's pretty much safe to say that, yeah, that that was also a an NPC Gladius, the blue orb that we saw in or around the atmosphere. So yeah, I am 75 kilometers from Hurston. Hurston is that way somewhere over there. Yeah, this has been a really nice journey. This has been a really nice expedition. I really enjoyed doing this. I got to spend a lot of time inside the Carrack. I got to know the Carrack inside out. Lived inside it. So before I close this video, before we conclude this expedition, it is probably more fitting if we do this in a more civilized place than here out in the wilderness in the middle of nowhere on the planet of Hurston. So we started Microtech. I think it's safe to say that it's more appropriate if we do end it on Microtech as well. So I'll see you guys once we're back on Microtech. And I'll have to take everything back. I'll have to take the Carrack back, the Ursa rover back, as well as the C8 Pisces as well. So I'll see you guys in Microtech for the conclusion, and then we'll wrap up this whole journey, this whole expedition. Tell you guys what I've learned, what I, what I expected to see, and what I saw, and that'll be that. Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the promenade here on New Babbage. So, we're finally back after a week-long expedition in space and into the wilderness of Hurston. We're finally back here on Microtech, on New Babbage. We're back in civilization, and there's nothing a hot shower, a change of clothes, a burger, and a drink won't fix. So let's go ahead and conclude our findings from that expedition. So we went out there to investigate the blue orbs, the buzzing sound that I heard in the Argo raft, as well as the explosions, the so-called nuclear explosions that were going on the surface of Hurston. So the blue orbs, we managed to tie down to NPC Gladius security ships. So the blue orbs, we can safely say, conclusively say that the blue orbs are caused by NPC Gladius afterburner effects, Hurston security NPC ships flying around in space and in atmosphere. We saw them fly in atmosphere as well. So that's the blue orbs. That's all said and done. Case closed. So what about the noises that I heard in the Argo raft, the buzzing sound that I told you guys when that blue light appeared? Well, that could have just been a bug from the Argo raft. The buzzing sound could just be a sound bug or some sort of sound feature from the Argo raft. So I was not able to hear that sound throughout this whole time that I was around Hurston. Even when the blue orbs appeared, when the ships appeared, I still wasn't able to hear that sound again. So I wasn't able to replicate that sound. So it's safe to say that that sound was in fact some sort of bug or some sort of sound implemented into the Argo raft. So what about the nuclear explosions? Now I haven't seen the nuclear explosions. I just heard that other players saw really large nuclear type explosions on the surface of Hurston, but I didn't see any. I spent a whole week almost flying around the atmosphere of Hurston, spending time inside, landed underground in Hurston, didn't see a single nuclear explosion, didn't see a single large explosion, although I heard 4 really low volume explosions, like vibration type things, like really low volume, as I just said, but I didn't see anything. I didn't visually see any, testing or any explosions going off. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, safe to say that those blue orbs are NPC Gladius security ships, and yeah, it was fun. This expedition was fun. It was very interesting. So in conclusion, what did I learn in the past week from this expedition? Well, one, Star Citizen is a whole heck of a lot more stable than before. So I literally spent an entire week in space on the Carrack, and the game didn't crash not even once. Not even once. If the game had crashed even once, that would be the whole end of the expedition, right? I would have made a video telling you guys, hey guys, the game crashed. That's nothing else I can do about it. I'm not going to do all of these preparations to go back out there again. So the game is a lot better. It's a lot more playable. You guys can see it for yourself. So that's number one. Number two, you can explore in Star Citizen. Even though there isn't the exploration gameplay per se, there isn't an exploration gameplay or a mechanic in the game, you can still explore. You don't have to have a Carrack. You can have any ship. You could do what I did in a Freelancer, in the Avenger Titan, right? So I hope this video has motivated a lot of you out there to fly out into space and to look for things. Just fly out there, land on places, random places on the planets, on the moons, and just look for things. Look for things, guys. There's no harm in, going out there looking for anomalies, looking for Easter eggs. I'm sure there are tons and tons of hidden, unfound stuff all around Stanton, right? So that's that. So let me go ahead and eat my burger. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. One more thing that we learned, guys, was that you don't really need to take food and water with you at the moment. So all of that food, water that I purchased, it's still in my inventory. It's still in my inventory. I didn't have to even touch food or water during that whole 6 days that I was out in the Carrack. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to all of you who watched along, who left comments and liked the videos and was just part of this experience. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. And hopefully we'll get to do more of these exploration type videos. If you have any ideas for where to explore, what to look at next, please go ahead and leave it in the comments section. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, please take care, and bye-bye.